Okay, so moving on to question 2, problem 2. It asks us to use the data analysis toolpack in Excel to compute descriptive statistics for each of the 4 groups. So 4 groups being mother smoking status. So the birth weight of children that are born of mothers that are non-smokers, born of mothers that are ex-smokers, smoke less than half a pack per day, and smoke greater than or equal to half a pack per day. So to do this, you're going to need the data analysis toolpack. Okay, you should have uploaded this for the first project. I'll show you how to do it again here. So you go to Options, you go to Add-ins, Analysis Toolpack. You press Go, and then you press this Analysis Toolpack, and you press OK. So then when you go to Data, there should be the Data Analysis Toolpack. Okay, so we can do descriptive statistics one group at a time. So when you get to the Analysis Toolpack, you need to press on this Descriptive Statistics one. You might have to look around for it. It's in alphabetical order though, so it should be at the top. Press OK, and then it should be blank inside of these cells when you first go in. So you highlight, say we are doing it for the non-smokers. So we highlight the non-smokers. Well, first put your cursor inside the input range, right? And then highlight the non-smokers. Okay. And then do the output range. Now, if you say new worksheet, it'll create like another worksheet down here. That's not really what we want to do. We wanted to go ahead and just put it right next to the data. So if I do the output range, highlight inside of that inside of this white box, and then press a cell. Okay, make sure you only press 1. Okay, then it'll output the analysis there. And then make sure you press the summary statistic so you check that box. Okay, and then you say OK. Oh, there was a problem. I believe I want to group by column because each one of these, this is all together in one column. So make sure you have that group by column selected. Okay, so let me go ahead and delete all that. Okay. So there you go. So all these are together in a column, so that's why you did group by column. And then you could copy this by saying Control C and then paste it with Control V. So now this is the descriptive statistics for non-smokers. And then you can go and do the same thing for all 4 groups. Now, so you could do the same thing for all 4 groups, and that's fine. You could also kind of change the way the data is formatted so that you can just do the descriptive statistics once. So this is up to you how you want to do it. If you want to change the format of the data to do the descriptive statistics once, what you do is you highlight the say you highlight the non-smokers data and copy it using Control C. Then you go over, I'll go over here, and then you can right click and then press this little transpose button so that that'll transpose it. Maybe highlight non-smoker, label that as non-smokers, and then do the same thing for all 4 groups. Okay, so I'm going to fill out this table. I'm going to pause the video and then fill it out where I transpose it each time. Here, I'll show you. See, just press right click and then transpose. So I'm going to pause. I'll be right back with how to do this, right? Okay, so now I have my table. It's all just been transposed. Okay, I might want to, so I can have my cursor over top of this. I can double click, and that way it'll automatically size the cell so that I can see everything that's in it. Okay, so I could go to my data tab, do my data analysis, press the descriptive statistics, okay? Clear this out, so that it saves what you did before, okay? And then in the input range, I can input all of this data together. And then this is grouped by rows. Okay, so because the non-smoker, that's data that's all together in a row. Ex-smoker, that's data that's all together in another row, etc. And so my output range, I should specify that. So just click a cell. All right. And then make sure you have the summary statistics pressed, and then press OK. Okay, so there we go. That's all nice all together. And then I should rename these instead of row 1, row 2, row 3. I don't know what that is, right? So just rename them. Okay. And then, as I said, so you can highlight the cells and then just kind of double click, and then it automatically sizes each of the cells, so that way you can see all the data that's in there. Since these two are both for the non-smokers, you might merge those two cells by going to Home, and then, let's see, I think there it is, Merge and Center. So you could do that for all 4 of them, merge them. Okay, and then highlight again so that you can resize. Okay. Once you have your table looking the way you want it to, you might mess around with it a little more. Mode is NA for all of these. So you might just get rid of that column or get rid of that row. You can play around with the way the table looks by, like, for example, you could highlight the table and you could play around with the different borders, give it all borders. You might make the header a certain color by highlighting it, making it like, look, what is this, red or orange, right? Okay, so then once you have your table looking good, so you want to copy the whole table, highlight the whole table, press Control-C, and then go over to your document that you're going to give me your answers in, and paste your table there. And you want to probably play around with the size. You might, so see this table, it's falling off, right? So go ahead and delete that maybe. Make sure that it's going to fit. So maybe non-smoker and ex-smoker you could put together on your table. Okay. And then do smokes. Then do the second half of the table underneath, something like this. You can play around with the way it looks, right? Make sure that you also take, you label this as being problem number 2. Okay, so label that as being problem number 2 in the Word document. And then after you've posted all your tables, it's asking you to interpret the statistics that this descriptive statistics has provided, and it's saying you don't need to talk about kurtosis or skewness. You don't need to talk about that, but you need to talk about location and variability. So what's the location? Location is mean, median. Okay. Variability. What's variability? Standard deviation, range. Okay. Talk about those things. You look at the birth weights of the children that are born in to mothers in each of these groups, and compare. Like we can very quickly just see between a non-smoker and ex-smoker. See, these children weigh more on average, right? 35, 15 grams versus 33, 59 grams. Okay, and to weigh more as a baby, that's a good thing. So these babies you might consider to be healthier, right? What about the variability? What does this mean? That these are more variable, okay? Think about this sort of thing. And then write up a nice little paragraph underneath, just a few sentences, okay, to finish up question number 2. In the next video, I'll talk about how to do question number 3.